Hello, welcome to Commander Tilt. My name is Clark. Let me tell you a little bit about my channel. I do Commander gameplay videos, and I like to characterize my decks, give them a little bit of personality based on the Commander, and I'm doing a bracket style system. So each round is a best of 3 competition, and the decks will play against themselves with each one. If you win the best of 3, then you move on to the next level. I do budget decks exclusively. I don't have very many expensive cards, except for a few that have been gifted to me, or there's a few cards that I bought when they were cheap and now they have become expensive. In fact, I even proxy in many of my cards. For example, Soul Ring is proxied into all of my decks because I didn't want to spend $3 for every single Soul Ring. This is the finals of Commander Tilt 2 being the second bracket I've ever done. And it's come down to this. The first 2 videos that I've done so far for the finals, Zada Grinder versus Phelddagrif. Zada won the first battle, Phelddagrif won the second. So this is a winner take all. Whichever deck wins the championship, and that will be the end. After this, we move on to Commander Tilt 3, where we will have 16 decks fighting against each other for the rights to be the champion of that. I've already started working. I've actually built some brand new decks. I think I'm going to have 3 Ikoria decks. So the next week, I'm hoping to have an Ikoria deck played so that you can see the Ikoria deck and see how well it does. But getting back to this competition, Zada Grinder versus Phelddagrif is the competition we're going to see. Zada Grinder is a mono red deck. Zada's card says whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets only Zada Grinder, copy that spell for each other creature you control that the spell could target. Each copy targets a different one of those creatures. In other words, this is a strange deck because it likes to go wide early and then just an explosive turn, dropping a whole bunch of bombs on Zada, which spreads out all of the damage to every creature and basically one-shot killing. Phelddagrif is, by definition, a kind of like a pillow fort deck with alternative win conditions. The goal of that deck is to create a fort that creatures cannot get through and then win with either Angel's Trumpet or Gideon or Suture Priest. So we're going to get started, and whichever deck wins, that is the victor. Phelddagrif's opening hand was Righteous Cause, Riot Control, Temple Bell, Suture Priest, Simic Signet, Tranquil Cove, and a snow-covered forest. Zada's opening hand was Built to Smash, Brute Strength, Alloy Mirror, Dwarven Trader, and 3 mountains. Phelddagrif won the die roll. Baird, Stewart of Argive, will be narrating the battle for Phelddagrif, since Phelddagrif is a hippo and hippos don't talk. And with that, let's get started.
Our draw for turn is Ether Gale. We shall put down a Tranquil Cove, gaining 1 life, and pass the turn.
Our first draw is a mountain. Shall put down a mountain, and then I shall tap the single mana for the Dwarven Traders, and pass the turn.
First we shall untap. Our draw is Horn of Greed. We shall put down a snow-covered forest, and then tapping 2 mana, we shall play the Simic Signet and pass the turn.
First I shall untap. My draw this turn is a Dual Caster Mage. Shall put down another mountain.
Did anybody see my mommy? I'm so lost.
Get out of here!
I'm so sorry. Okay, bye.
Shall attack with the Dwarven Traders, hitting for 1 damage. And pass the turn.
First we shall untap. Our draw is Restock. I shall tap 2 mana and the Simic Signet for a total of 3, and play the Temple Bell. Since I've missed my land drop, I tap the Temple Bell, and I draw a Dictate of Karametra.
My draw is a mountain.
With no land drop, I pass the turn.
First I shall untap. I draw this turn is Loyal Apprentice. I shall put down a mountain for my land for turn. Then I shall tap 3 mana for Alloy Mir. Moving to combat, I attack with the dwarves and pass the turn.
I shall untap. My draw this turn is Rampant Growth. I shall tap the Temple Bell and draw a forest.
This time my draw is a mountain.
I shall put down the forest as my land for turn. And then I shall tap 2 mana for Rampant Growth. Decide to search up a plains and put it onto the battlefield tapped, and I pass the turn.
First I shall untap. I draw this turn is a mountain. I shall put down a mountain. Then I shall tap 2 mana for Loyal Apprentice. Moving to combat, I shall swing with the Alloy Mir and the dwarves. He has no creatures. He hit for damage and
First I shall untap. My draw is an island. I pass the turn.
Tapped and gold on me. I shall draw Mog War Marshal. Shall put down a mountain. Then I shall tap 4 mana for Zada Hedron Grinder. Loyal Apprentice triggers, creating a Thopter at the beginning of combat. I shall swing with the 3 creatures that can attack and pass the turn.
On your end step, I shall tap all of my available mana for Dictate of Karametra. Flashing it in, now I shall untap, and I have a lot of mana to deal with. My draw for turn is Yavimaya Granger. I tap the Temple Bell and draw a Soul Ring.
My draw is a Reckless Charge.
I shall put down an island as my land for turn. I tap a single plains, generating 2 white mana, a forest for 2 green, an island for 2 blue, and play Righteous Cause. This leaves behind 1 mana to play the Soul Ring. And then I tap the Tranquil Cove for 2 white for the Suture Priest. I tap the Simic Signet as well as the Soul Ring to play Yavimaya Granger and fetch up a snow-covered forest and pass the turn.
First I shall untap. Suture Priest does not worry me. Righteous Cause does not worry me. My draw this turn is a mountain. I shall play a mountain. Tap 1 red mana, producing 2 for Mog War Marshal.
It's time for the Smash Smash song. Smash, 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 smash.
Then, moving to combat, another Thopter is created. I move to attack with every creature available.
For blocking, I shall put the Yavimaya Granger in front of Zada.
This is not a problem. With 5 mountains down, I have available 10 mana. I shall tap the mana for Built to Smash, giving all my creatures +3/+3. Then I tap the mana for Dual Caster Mage, which doubles Built to Smash, giving my creatures an additional +3/+3. Then I cast the spell Brute Strength, giving my creatures +3/+1. All these spells targeted Zada, which means we have created lethal damage against you, Phelddagrif.
An unfortunate turn of events. I cannot believe we've been overrun by goblins.
Goblins shall be victorious. Goblins! Goblins! Goblins!
And there you have it. Zada Hedron Grinder is the victor, and Zada is the overall winner for the 2nd ever Commander Tilt tournament competition. The next step for Commander Tilt is to start on Commander Tilt 3. I'm going to go ahead and spoil the bracket now. Now, this is just the winner bracket. I will create a separate bracket for the losers because remember, this is a double elimination. So when a deck is eliminated off the first bracket, they'll go to the second bracket and fight through for a chance to be in the finals against the winner of this bracket. As you can see, I've got a couple of partner commanders and 3 Ikoria commanders. I'm really looking forward to playing some of these new decks, and I hope you will continue to tune in and watch these battles as they unfold. Remember, I do have a Patreon page, and I really appreciate everyone for watching my videos thus far. I have had a great deal of fun creating these videos, and I plan to continue because they've been so much fun. And please remember to like and subscribe. You have a great day. Joe asked, "What does your father do for a living, John?" And John replied, "He's a magician. He performs tricks like sawing people in half." Joe responded, "Well, do you have any brothers and sisters?" And John answered, "Yeah, sure. I have 4 half-sisters and a half-brother."